If you've ever looked around and wondered, why am I really here? You're not alone. Beneath the noise of daily life, beyond the roles you've been given and the expectations you've carried, your soul has always whispered, there is something more. This isn't about chasing success or fitting into a box. It's about uncovering the reason your soul chose to come here, now, in this lifetime, in this body, with all of its beauty and pain. That deeper reason is what we call your divine purpose. In this video, we will walk through 6 spiritual lessons to help you remember the truth you already carry within and guide you from confusion back to clarity, from wandering to awakening. Let's begin. Lesson 1. What divine purpose really means. Your divine purpose isn't your job title, your income, or even your achievements. It's not something you figure out with logic. It's something your soul remembers and realigns with. Divine purpose is the essence of why your soul chose to incarnate. It's the energy you came here to embody and share with the world. It may express through healing, creativity, teaching, or nurturing others. But those are vehicles, not the purpose itself. At its root, your divine purpose is to awaken, to remember that you are not separate, not broken, and not small. You are a divine soul temporarily wearing a human body, and your greatest purpose is to return to this truth and live from it. When you reconnect with this deeper essence, life begins to flow. Not because everything becomes easy, but because you're no longer fighting against your soul. You begin to co-create with the universe, rather than chase after approval or external validation. Lesson 2. Your soul's plan before birth. Before you were born, your soul sat in council. In realms beyond time, you met with spirit guides, ancestors, and members of your soul family. You chose your path with full awareness, including the challenges, the pain, and the timing of your awakening. This idea isn't new. It echoes through the Tibetan Book of the Dead, through Hindu Karma teachings, and in the modern work of Dolores Cannon, whose clients under hypnosis often described pre-birth planning sessions where they selected their parents, their body, even their wounds. Why? Because your soul came here to grow, and growth doesn't happen in comfort, it happens through contrast. You may have chosen to be born into difficult family dynamics, poverty, or emotional trauma, not because you deserved it, but because your soul knew what it needed to evolve. Your spirit guides were assigned during this time. These are beings of light who vowed to walk with you through every moment of your journey. They can't interfere with your free will, but they can guide, nudge, and realign you when you're ready to listen. Remember, you didn't come here by accident. You came here by design. Lesson 3. Why we forget our purpose. If our purpose is so important, why don't we remember it from the start? Because when we are born into the human body, we pass through what mystics call the veil of forgetfulness. This veil shields us from remembering our divine origins, not as punishment, but as part of the sacred game of life. In Hinduism, this illusion is called Maya, the world of appearances that makes us believe we are separate from the source. And in Gnostic texts, the soul's descent into the physical world is described as a forgetting of its divine light. But this forgetting is necessary. Without it, we wouldn't truly grow. We wouldn't know the joy of remembering. We wouldn't value love unless we had first experienced separation. Purpose is not something handed to us. It's something we reclaim through choice. This is why you've felt lost, why you've questioned everything. Because the soul must awaken through experience, and sometimes through pain. The truth is, your divine purpose was never gone. It was just buried beneath layers of programming, fear, and forgetfulness. The journey back to it is the true spiritual awakening. Lesson 4. How pain awakens purpose. Some of your greatest awakenings will be born from your deepest pain. In ancient initiatory traditions, from the Egyptian mystery schools to Native American vision quests, suffering was not seen as failure. It was the fire through which the soul is purified. When everything falls apart, when the relationship ends, the career crumbles, the identity dissolves, the ego screams, but the soul whispers, now I can finally speak. Pain humbles the mind so the heart can lead. It breaks down illusions so you can rebuild from truth. It's often through loss that you remember your own light, not because you wanted to, but because you had no choice. If you've ever felt like your suffering cracked something open inside you, it did. That was the moment your soul began to rise. Purpose often emerges from the ashes of the old self. Many healers became healers because they first had to heal themselves. Many teachers began teaching because life first brought them to their knees. So if you've walked through the fire, don't curse it. Thank it. It was shaping you into the one you were always meant to become. Lesson 5. Signs you're aligned with your purpose. You may wonder, how will I know if I'm truly living my divine purpose? It's not about external success or applause. It's a deep resonance, a feeling of rightness. When you're aligned, things begin to feel guided. You feel pulled, not pushed, inspired, not drained. You may notice synchronicities increasing, repeating numbers, intuitive nudges, meaningful coincidences that lead you exactly where you need to go. You may feel time bending. Hours fly by when you're immersed in something that lights you up. You may also feel peace, even in the unknown. That's because divine purpose isn't about knowing every step. It's about walking in alignment, even when the path ahead is dimly lit. In Buddhism, this is called Dharma, the inner path that leads to truth. When you walk it, you feel lighter. Even challenges don't hit the same way, because you know your soul is guiding every step. And perhaps the clearest sign, when you do what you're here to do, others are lifted by it. Your light helps awaken theirs. Purpose is never selfish. It is deeply sacred. And Lesson 6, how to discover and embody your divine purpose, now. If you feel disconnected from your purpose, don't panic. The path hasn't disappeared. It's simply waiting for you to return. Here are sacred ways to reconnect. Go inward. Your soul speaks through stillness. Meditation, journaling, and silence are not luxuries. They are portals. When the world is loud, the soul goes quiet. When the world goes quiet, the soul speaks. Follow your energy. What makes you feel alive is not random. Joy is a compass. What breaks your heart may also be a clue. Many soul missions are found in what moves us deeply. Reflect on your past. What were you drawn to as a child before the world told you what to be? What did you dream about, pretend, imagine? These were not just games, they were blueprints. Trust the whispers. You already know more than you think. That pull in your heart, that longing for more, that's your soul calling you back to your path. Take one step. Purpose doesn't require you to change your life overnight. Just move in the direction of truth. One choice, one yes, one moment of courage at a time. You don't have to be perfect to walk in purpose. You just have to be willing. In conclusion, you are not lost. You are in a sacred unfolding. The confusion, the longing, the moments of stillness where nothing seems to make sense. They are not signs of failure, but signs that your soul is awakening. Every challenge you've faced, every tear you've shed, every quiet yearning you've carried, they have all been part of your return to truth. You didn't come here to be perfect. You came here to remember who you truly are beneath the masks, a divine being, radiant with purpose, encoded with light. Your purpose is not something outside of you, waiting to be found. It lives within you, waiting to be remembered. And even if you've strayed from your path, the path has never strayed from you. It has been patiently waiting, calling you home in whispers and synchronicities, in quiet knowing and deep ache. So walk forward now with the trust that nothing in your life has been wasted. You were not meant to follow someone else's idea of success. You were meant to rise into the unique expression your soul came here to embody. This is your divine purpose. And your life is the sacred canvas through which it will unfold.